Reporting for the Intermountain Christian News and the Christian Newspaper Association, I'm Dr. Anthony Harper here at the White House. Today there are very serious issues to deal with at the White House regarding Israel. Of course, we've heard in the news that there is an effort to invade Gaza. Israel is defending itself against rocket attacks of Hamas, and hopefully there won't be anything by Hezbollah as far as rocket attacks into Israel. But President Biden has made very clearly here that Israel has a right to defend itself. But the big question for me here to get an answer to is, will President Biden fully support Israel militarily to give them all the help that they need on an ongoing basis in this crisis? And also another question would be about what was the reason for recently withdrawing U.S. troops that we've heard about. And then finally, will President Biden ask the PA Authority, the Palestinian Authority leader, Abbas, to stop asking for violence in response to Israel? Very troubling issues that we're dealing with. I am serving as a principal investigative journalist here regarding anti-Semitism issues. We also have other anti-Semitism issues that are happening regarding the desecration of the Jewish cemetery in Vilnius, Lithuania, and other Jewish cemeteries in Lviv, Ukraine, and elsewhere. In addition, BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions, and the big deal of Iran. What is President Biden going to do with the anti-Semitic nation of Iran?
Hamas is a terrorist organization. Hamas does not represent the views, the families, the people who are suffering, all of the Palestinian people who are suffering as a result of this violence. But there's no justification for 1,500 rockets coming from Hamas into Israeli communities in Israel either.
And do you welcome their participation in forthcoming elections,
Hamas?
Yes.
Look, I will say that our focus right now is on using our relationships in the region, our deep relationships in the region, again, with the Egyptians, the Tunisians, others who have greater influence with Hamas than certainly we do, and certainly others in the region do, to de-escalate the circumstances and the situation on the ground. That's what our focus is on at this moment in time. Go ahead.
We read news every day. News that's informative, but rarely encouraging. The Intermountain Christian Newspaper aims to change that. They present the news you need to know, from what's going on in your community to your world, with encouraging words, motivation, and the resources you need to make positive changes in your life. What is your local government doing that you need to know about? What's happening in your community you need to be a part of? Whether it's a story from your neighborhood, a national story, or an encouraging word, you'll find biblical issues of everyday life in the Intermountain Christian Newspaper. Intermountain Christian News is produced and supported by the work and donations of individuals and churches. You'll find it at churches, Christian bookstores, by subscription, and online at imcnews.org. To find out more about supporting this local resource, go online at imcnews.org or call Intermountain Christian News in Boise, Idaho at 208-703-8688. The Intermountain Christian News, a voice sharing the truth on matters dear to people's hearts.